Alright. Okay.
Hit it again.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Okay, who wants to hold it?
Awesome. You already got it?
Yeah, you might as well. Austin's got a better chance of being called up front than I do.
Okay. Alright, most of you guys know my name already, but what you guys might not know is that I actually like to golf sometimes, so I'm kind of good, but you know, not really that great. But I'm going to give you some tips on some different clubs that we use, some shots that you can do, and what I think a swing should look like. Now I am left-handed, so it looks like all you guys are probably right-handed, so it might look a little different, but first of all, this club is a putter, which is used to basically get the ball in the hole for on all holes actually. Then this club is an iron. There's probably about, I'll say, anywhere between 10 and 12 of these that you keep in your bag. They range from a 3 iron, or you can go to a 1 iron, and then it goes to like a 9 iron. And then these are the wedges. They come in different lofts. This one's 60 degrees. You can tell the loft by the amount of angle on it. There's also 54 and 52. And the higher the angle, the higher the shot is supposed to go. And then this is the driver. This is what you use off most tee boxes. And this is supposed to be hit the ball the longest. So that's what you use on the tee boxes. And then now I'm going to show you what I think a swing is supposed to look like. Now most people have trouble on where to place the ball, so I'm going to use the spot on the ground as where like a ball. So like the higher the club, the further in your stance you're supposed to put it, just because of it doesn't have very much loft. And then the lower the club, like if you use like that pitching wedge or whatever, then you're supposed to put it in the back of your stance. So this is 7 iron. It's usually like a middle club, so you're supposed to put it in the middle of your stance. And then I use an interlocking grip where you do your pinky and your index finger and you put it together. And then you just want your thumbs pointing straight down to the ball, unless you have like a strong grip or a soft grip. And then when you go back, you're supposed to keep your outside arm as straight as possible. And then your inside arm, you want to feel like you're tucking it in. So when you go back like that, the club face, you don't want to turn your arms like that, else you're going to be all messed up when you come back down. So you kind of want to feel like you're keeping the club face pointing to the ball as long as you can. And then when you get up top, the club is supposed to be parallel to where you're aiming the ball. And then when you come back down, you want to feel like first you want to start turning your hips before you even start bringing the club down. Yeah, you want to feel like you're dropping your arms into, they call it the slot, where it's supposed to be. You don't want to feel like you're throwing your club out there, because that's how slices occur, which is when you go to your, I guess it would be your outside shoulder. So when you're coming down like that, you want to feel like you're dropping it in, and then you don't want to release your wrist too early, else that's going to create a slice, or you don't want to hold them too long, because that's going to create a hook, which is the opposite way. So you want to keep it just long enough, and then once you start getting to the moment of impact where you're going to hit the ball with the club, you want to try to release your wrist so that your club is parallel to where you set up at first. And then after you hit the ball, you want to try to see, when you're wearing a glove, you usually have like an emblem on your glove, so you want to try to keep that pointing towards the target as long as you can, and then you follow through, and you're supposed to have like a C shape with your back leg, but some people can't really do that, so that's basically just how that's supposed to go. And then some different shots you can do, like, and if you get good enough, I can't do these shots yet, but like you can come outside in, and then that would create like a fade. It's basically like a slice, except it doesn't hook as bad. Or if you come inside out, then that creates a draw, which is basically a hook, except not as much as a hook. And then that's some different shots with the wedges. You can do a flop shot, which is basically you want to open up the club face so it's basically flat on the ground. you wanna take it out, and then you wanna come straight back down with it. And what that does, it gets right under the ball, and it basically just pops the ball right up. And it only goes like 10, 20 yards, but it's good when you're around the green. So I can't do that yet, because I'll just pull it right over the green. So that's no good. So I gave you a couple tips, and I hope you guys can learn from them and try to use them the best you can. That's about that. My speech.
I don't know. 5:30.
Don't want to get feedback.
I'm not voiced I'll get
All right. Just say what I did wrong or right.
speech-wise, that's all I need to do?
Yeah, speech-wise.
I think speech-wise, keeping your head up a little bit more, when you're showing us the swing, maybe show the motion and stop, look at the audience and kind of explain what you did.
Right.
A lot of times we kind of lost you here, therefore not projecting.
Okay.
I think you probably could have focused on maybe just the swing and left the different types of club out, just made your speech solely about just the golf swing and maybe the different nuances.
Right.
Maybe you could have done more about the inside-out swings and stuff. You lost the first 2 minutes playing with clubs.
Yeah.
But that was like, clubs to me were basic, and then you got real technical when you went into there. I think you should have just kept the whole thing technical.
Right.
But other than that, I thought it was pretty good. I thought you covered a lot of information. Thought it was informative. I might have learned a couple things.
Alrighty.
That's it.
Well, I appreciate it. There's those guys.